Hey guys, welcome back to Flying in Space with Planet Head. Hope you like the new intro. Slowly getting better at making those. Kind of happy with that one. I got a little bit lucky with some of the cinematics. Um, Still a lot of work to do, but getting better with it. Um, so as the intro, where do I point for that? The intro said, um, these are going to be the getting myself blown up episodes. I talked about it in the last couple episodes. Where I am trying to learn PvP and starting from the most basic of levels. Um, and so what I thought I would do today is go over briefly what I have done so far to get set up for this, and then hopefully the next episodes will be me in a cheap ship practicing and showing some things I've learned, and maybe learn some things from you. Um, but the goal here is to build 5 to 10 ships at a time, fly them out, practice my mental um, uh, abilities, or no, men- muscle memory. So it would be mental memory, I guess, and muscle memory. You got to learn to click. One negative that I have is I do use a laptop. Um, at some point, I need to use a keyboard if I'm actually going to do some real PvP, because I really think this is not a good keyboard. I think I got this for like $5. Um, if you actually want to get really, really good at PvP, I think you got to have a good setup. And that also means that you have to, I'm all clicky on this thing. Um, I think you have to have a good setup, setting up hotkeys, things like that. So hopefully you'll see that growth in my gameplay as that, and hopefully it'll help you learn as well as, and maybe give me some pointers. Um, so one thing I wanted to show you today was a couple of things that I've done to get ready for this, and maybe this would be helpful to you. Um, I did recently go out and get all the blueprints for the fit that I showed the other day. This is the Wasp, not the Wasp, I want to keep calling it Wasp, the Slasher fit. This is the first ship that I'm going to be doing for quite a while. It's very cheap. This is the actual fit here. Everything here is basic and buildable by not only myself, but alpha characters if you want to be. I'm an omega character now, but you can fly this as an alpha. I would suggest trying PvP out as an alpha just to throw something else in there. But literally, this ship is worth 880,000 ISK. If you think about it, that is not much at all, seeing as how the hull is probably worth 500,000. But I can build every single one of these. And what I've done is, and I went over this fit a while back. Um, I'm going to grow from this fit, but this is the fit that I'm going to use toward setting up my hotkeys, working on range, um, uh, uh, when to uh, do what are called slingshots. I've never done those before. Different tactics, stuff like that. Very quick fights, that sort of thing. But this is the fit here. I think I posted it in the comments a couple days ago. One of the guys asked me for that, but you can come up with your own. Um, this fit will change over time for a couple of reasons. I'll fly the first couple with this, and as I learn more, maybe some things work, some things don't. But I can make multiple of these. And what I have done is I've been able to go out and pick up all the blueprints here that I need to actually build it. So I don't have to go anywhere than where I'm at right now. I can also use this fit, adjusted just a little from things that I found, to kill things, kill rats that are out there, to accumulate junk that I can then fit with it later. And that is where I'm saying I can change up my fit over time. Um, now, what I wanted to show you here, there's a couple things. Um, Obviously, at some point, I may come across items uh, that I scavenge off of some of the wrecks when I'm killing the NPC characters that are better than the ones that I'm building. A great example might be this damage control. Now, I built 10 of these damage controls with my damage control blueprint. Um, it's up here. There it is, right there. Um, and uh, these are waiting to be put into my ship, my 10 ships that I'm going to build that I'm going to get blown up in. Let's say down the road I kill some rats or I come across wreckage and I find Tech 2 or your Meta 2 level damage controls, and I'm getting enough of those that I don't need to build them anymore. Does my blueprint over here become useless? In reality, it doesn't. Number one, it allows me, if I want to go someplace else, to take it along with me. But number two, I can take it over and start researching it while I'm using the meta stuff. And that's what I'm going to go do right now. And we got it in my slasher here. We'll head on out. And you can do this in anywhere. I just like to have areas that have, I like doing multiple things, having multiple things going on at the time. Got some, I think it's called Pete's coffee recently. It's sold in the grocery stores. Not bad. Paid a little bit extra for it, but not bad. I got it. There was a sale price. A lot better than the stuff that I got from that coffee shop. Um, I like my coffee similar to my beer, and my scotch. Nothing special. I don't need no peaty aftertaste or um, hints of caramel and stuff like that. Okay, Ebel4. There we go. I just like some black coffee, maybe a little. Oh yeah, I did just. That'll be for later. Picked up some Irish cream. Yeah, that'll be going in here. Not this one. This is morning. Um, doesn't matter. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm flying over to Ebel4. Um, Ebel4 is where I have my station where I'm researching blueprints. Now I have not focused my skills on manufacturing or research. I've only got one slot that I can research things in right now because I've been focused on trying to upgrade all of my combat skills. So I'm just doing one at a time. Plus, whenever you're researching something, it locks down your blueprint. So you can't use it while it's being researched. Um, and it's not my biggest priority. Just to show you here, I loaded up all of these skills. Look at this, 95 days to get all that. We'll go over that here in a second. Let me just go ahead and get docked up here. Where's my, oh no, I don't have anything in here. So I have another blueprint. You're going to see it here. That is, let's go ahead and facility. Because there's a couple, I think there's two facilities here, so I can never remember which one it is. But I actually picked up a slasher BPO blueprint, which just got finished. I did some research on it for up to level 5 because these types of blueprints take a lot longer to research than other ones, but it will help me with my material and stuff like that. We're going to fly back over. And there is a method to my madness in this video. There's a reason why I'm picking this blueprint up, because I want to show you something when I go back to my home station or my temporary home station, what I'm going to do with this blueprint. And it's not just making it. It has something to do with stuff that I found. So I'm going to go ahead and deliver this one. Delivered. All right. And then, my volume's working? Yep. I got that up all the time now. I'm just paranoid that my volume isn't working. So we got our drone, our damage control. I built 10 of these, so I should not need any damage control for the next 10 deaths. So I can go ahead and start researching this sucker. Use Blueprint. And we're going to go and research the material costs. Let's see how long I get. I never like to go over like a day and a half, but since I've got 10 of these, I can probably go a decent chunk. I also have not worked on my research skill. All about combat right now, but notice here job duration's going up. So we're just going to pump this puppy in here. I'm thinking we'll go with 1 day, 1.5 days there. I should be fine. I can always come back. There we go. So it's up and running. Now the big thing here was I researched my slasher blueprint because this is going to take the most material to build stuff with. And I was able to get to 5%. Not a huge amount, but every little bit helps. And we're going to throw that back in. Did that go in there? I want to make sure I'm paranoid. What's the old rule? Paranoid people are still right every once in a while, or could be still be right. Then we'll head back over to Sarkar, and I'll show you why I'm doing this. So hopefully this video won't be too long today. I'm going to start building some ships, and hopefully my next video will be, I want to do like fights where I die and add them all together, and maybe I'll either do a commentary of things that I messed up and things that I can learn from, because what you can do is it's like quality control. Um, uh, you can see what you've done wrong and hopefully learn from it. And I won't pick and choose. I will do 5 deaths. Got somebody came in system. Gotta be a little careful. Long story short, I don't know if you guys know this. There is a difference between quality control and quality assurance. I learned this from an old job that I had. Quality control is checking every item that comes through and making sure that every single one works. Quality assurance is checking a range of them, and depending on um, uh, how positive you are or how things have worked out in the past in quality control, you may check 1 out of every 100, 1 out of every 1,000, whatever. I'm going to be doing quality control to start off, where I'm focused on every fight and every um, death that I have. Notice I'm not saying I'm going to win any of these fights because this is a very cheap ship, and learn from it with the ultimate goal of, if I build 10 ships and die in 9 of them, as I'm dying in those 9 and learning things, I'll also be doing some PvE and accumulating more and more junk, and I'll give you updates. I will create a 10th ship or a last ship that I'm slowly throwing in upgraded modules onto. And I can compare the two so you can see the difference, number one, in the actual ship itself and its statistics. Um, and also, maybe if I'm lasting longer because I'm learning better, so that whenever I do fly that last ship, um, maybe I can do a little bit better in the fights and not just be throwing money away. So, the one thing I wanted to show you here was, there's my blueprint. So your slasher blueprint, this one's going to be a little bit less because I'm not using it's 5% less material because since I've researched it. But this right here is the materials that, I'm wondering if it actually shows. It doesn't. Okay. The materials that you need to build this thing. Now there's a question. So it's saying 30,000 and 30,400 tritanium. Now, is this showing the 5% bonus? This has made me think, or is it just in my 30,400? Let's see if it actually shows it in the creation process. So use blueprint. Remember 30,400. And go there, 30,400. So yeah, it is still asking for the 30,400. So the actual show info. So this is with that 5% material bonus that I've got there. Show info. It shouldn't be though. It's a little bit frustrating. Okay, not going to worry about it right now. Not what this video is about. So you notice here that I have been able to accumulate by melting down goods that I don't need here. And I can almost build another ship. So what I'll show you what I do is I go through and I melt down things that I know I won't need, um, definitely within like the next month or so, unless it's a very high-end item like the metaphor gun or a metaphor damage control or something like that. I don't even know if there's a meta to that. So what I can do here is I can just melt these down. 1, 2, 3. Because I know I'm not doing any assault missiles anytime soon. So I'm just getting rid of those. I may be doing light missiles because there is a destroyer that I'm already level 5 in destroyers, so I might be doing those sometime in the future. So I'm not going to get rid of those, and I like accumulating them. I'm a big hoarder. Definitely not using any metal scraps. Definitely not using any medium weapons. I'm not going to do all of these. Waste your time. This is just and it helps you clean up your inventory. um, Definitely like the counterbalance gyro stabilizer. That's awesome. Um, so uh, those will be helpful in option fits to increase my damage. Um, uh, so definitely not going to be using, well, I might use a 10MN. So that's a good example, and that's a remote sensor booster. Anything that's remote, I still have this. Anything that's remote, I'm not going to be fleeting up with anybody for quite a while, most likely. So I can go ahead and melt that down. There's probably some other things here that I can melt, but reprocess. So it's going to get me all of this stuff, 7,000 titanium, which will go toward the 12,000 that I currently have. That'll get me 19,000. Notice how all that jumped up. Now I just need more titanium to build my next ship. Now this is the one thing I really wanted to show you. And it is, whoops, stack all. Let's clean this up a little bit. There is one item that you might have seen that I glossed over here, and it is this one right here. It's an enduring warp disruption field generator. And it is worth 3,800,000. This was dropped by a regular um, frigate out in an asteroid belt. And these drop randomly by frigates like that. The biggest thing with this is I could take this to market and sell it. Now let's just take a look at the view from the market. And they are selling. I could instantly sell this for 3 million ISK because somebody's trying to buy it for 3 million ISK. That would be easier than what I'm doing. I could sell this for 3 million ISK and then buy two. Remember how I showed you the fit was worth 800,000? So I could basically buy almost 4 new slashers fitted out if I wanted to. Just going by general numbers. I'm sure there's variations on that. And that would be fairly easy. But I'd also have to transport those things back. And all I'd be doing is buying new things and blowing things up, getting them blown up, and buying new things and blowing things up. That is one way to do it. And if you want to do it that way, please feel free. For me, it's kind of the I want to live out here and hang out. I want to, as I'm playing, I want to see growth in my character, not only in the PvP side, but being able to do other things, i.e., creating blueprints to get them to Tech 2, maybe, to maybe grow something down the road. So if I do decide to move from low sec out to null sec, or I'm hanging out, we have a corporation and I want to give blueprints to other people, I've now grown that. And this is something that you can do living out here, having fun, but letting this other stuff on the side work on it. So rather than take this item and go and sell it, which would be probably the smarter thing to do, what I can do is actually reprocess it. And I'll just show you here. There's two ways to look at it. If you want to look at the industry side of it, the industry side of it, it takes, if I was to reprocess this, it would be worth 66,000 tritanium, and all of these other things here. So now it says its reprocessed materials are 66,000. Normally, reprocessing your salvage materials, you only get half of that. So you don't want to go by the info on the industry side of it. You want to actually go by the reprocessing spot here. Go. Come on. Oh, I think I already have that screen up. Yep. So remember how it was 66,000? If I actually do reprocess this, I get 33,000. If you hover over, I would get 66,000. Instead, I get half of that, which is 33,000. 33,000 of it is not recoverable. Okay? But that is worth, notice over here, I need 30,000 tritanium to build this another um, slasher. So basically, every one of these I find gets me a brand new slasher in the fit that I have. And it's kind of fun that way. It's kind of like, what's the best way for me to explain it? Living on a living out in the woods, and you find uh, a can of something, and you decide to make, oh, this is a really bad analogy, uh, bend it and mess around with it, and you make fishing tackle out of it so you can go fishing. Or you could take that can, go into town, get money for the aluminum, and buy yourself better fishing tackle. Um, so, but you also have to go to town and deal with people. I don't want to go to Jita. I don't want to go to Ren's. I want to hang out here and fight as much as possible and get blown up as much as possible. So this is fun for me. It's your gameplay, how you want to do it. This is the way I do it. But this is something that you can do if you're interested. The other thing that it kind of does is it gets you used to losing things and not worrying about it so much. One major issue that I think I talked about this either in the last video or before is when you do PvE or you do industrialization for so long, you get used to having your stuff and you build these really cool ships like mining barges and great PvE um, vexers and navy vexers that when you go to fight with them, you're afraid to lose them. Building really, really, really cheap ships like this, you don't get scared to lose things. So when you do move up, you have less of a fear. And fear is the one thing that can slow you down in any competitive aspect, like PvP. So that's what I'm trying to get over doing this. So um, that is it. Hopefully, the next video, I don't want this to go on too long because I actually want to play some, and then I got some stuff I want to do. I'm going to go find a good coffee shop too. Um, my next video I would like to do either tonight or tomorrow will be me fighting out there. I'll try to do a couple of fights, if not a lot, depending on how many ships I can build. I am going to scavenge some. Um, but other than that, that's all I've got for today. I hope you guys have a great weekend. And oh shoot, Eagles are playing tonight, so I will not be playing um, during the night game against the Dallas Cowboys. Uh, okay, but I will talk to you guys soon. Hey, fly safe, fly dangerously, fly however you want. I will talk to you soon. Have a good one. Bye bye.